Vehbi Baysan. He's an associate professor of history at Ibn Haldun University, and he joins us live from here in Istanbul. Professor, thank you so much for being with us on the program. Now, since the start of the war in Ukraine, we've seen Erdogan in quite a unique position compared to his counterparts. He's been quite balanced between Russia and Ukraine. Walk us through this position that he's carried out through this whole process and him being able to bring the two sides together to strike deals like the Black Sea grain deal.
Well, what a relief the president's announcement came. Actually, we hold our breath and trying to see how this would be, the issue would be resolved. Let's remember, Ukraine is one of the world's top grain exporter. That's also grain and fertilizers together that the world really in desperate need, especially that part of it was UN a food program for Ethiopia. And let's also remember that there was 20+ million tons of grain waiting to be sailed out last July when the negotiations were taking place. And so far, less than half of it already managed to be exported. And now, last summer, when I was at the Bosphorus also commenting on the issue, it was a relief to see the first boat sailing coming from Black Sea all the way to Marmara and passing the Bosphorus, the Turkish straits. And I underline there's something very important. The President Erdogan's pivotal role that he successfully implemented, became a mediator between the two countries, actually, in fact, in an effective real war and whatever you say, aggression or whatever. But Mr. Erdogan managed to do something. He personally took the issue in hand and successfully brought together two sides that Europe couldn't do, US couldn't do, and even United Nations was suffering and struggling to do. So I think we should really appreciate and express our gratitude for what had happened, because in some parts of the world, people in desperate need for that grain.
What do you think it was that got Russia back on track? Was it the security guarantees, or do you think that they laid some ground ahead of the G20 summit to add Russian commodities into the deal as well?
In my view, both. Both that we got security guarantees because Russia was complaining that its fleet was under attack, and also that they want to have a better start for G20 summit. But more than that, I'd like to add as a third option to this is that it's the personal trust or personal friendship and the power of Turkey's mediating that probably Mr. Putin agreed on the terms. And now the issue has been resolved.
All right, Professor Vehbi Baysan, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that analysis with us.